Well, let me preface my statements as I try to answer the question of how to engage students and introduce innovation in the classroom by saying that I teach across the curriculum. I teach actually at all three levels. I teach undergraduate students, master's students, and doctorate of nursing practice students. And I use kind of a different approach, certainly with each of those different levels, as well as different techniques to engage them. In terms of undergraduate education, I coordinate the Leadership in Nursing course with a very strong teaching team. We were able to receive a learning assessment grant where we thought about, well, with our strong service learning component that we have in the class, and we partner with several community partners in the semester with group-based, problem-based learning, we thought, well, is there a link between a growth in leadership behaviors and this approach? And with the grant funds, we used a tool, and we did verify that, in fact, there was a significant growth in leadership behaviors, not only from the students' self-reports, but also validated by their peers. So we know it works. At the master's level, I teach students who are going on to be nurse practitioners, advanced practitioners. And I'm fortunate enough to teach the theoretical constructs in nursing course. My technique that I use at this level is bringing in my own research and theory building work that I do in my own particular area. I work with non-traditional families, adoptive families, as well as kinship families. And I look at some vulnerabilities they might experience from pre to post placement of their children. And what I've been able to do is formulate, through my empirical work, a mid-range nursing theory. And so what I do in the classroom is I bring in my work, how I formulated the theory, beginning with qualitative techniques and research, and I'm now trying to find empirical support or non-support for what I'm asserting. And so they're really able to see that theory can be generated, it can be helpful, and more importantly, it can have a real impact on themselves as practitioners. It can guide their practice. And I've received really good feedback from the students when they've been able to see that. At the third level, at the doctorate of nursing practice level, I'm really teaching with advanced clinicians. Several of these folks have been in the clinical setting in leadership roles, advanced clinical roles for, a number of years, if not decades. So I really try to look at myself in terms of what skills do I need to develop so that I can be an effective teacher. I was again fortunate enough to go through this summer what they call Lean Healthcare Certification. And it really deals with quality improvement, which is being integrated and emphasized more and more in the healthcare environment. So with my own particular development, I think I've been able to match what's going on with my students clinically in their practice, so I'm able to match them in terms of skills and even terminology. And then those that might not be familiar with it, I'm able to share what I've learned with them. The specific class is history, ethics, and innovation in healthcare systems, and I've really found it invaluable to have this information. So at all three levels, I've been able to kind of use a different approach, but hopefully increase my effectiveness and increase their engagement.